Once upon a time there was a beautiful unicorn named Luna who lived in an enchanted forest. Luna had a shiny white coat, a colorful rainbow mane, and a long golden horn on her forehead. All the other forest creatures thought Luna was the most beautiful and magical creature they had ever seen. Every morning, Luna would travel to a sparkling pond deep in the forest to take a drink of the refreshing water and gaze at her reflection. One day, as she was admiring her rainbow mane in the pond, Luna heard a loud croaking sound. She turned her head and saw a tiny green frog sitting on a lily pad. "Hello there," Luna called out. "My name is Luna. What's your name?" The frog replied, "I'm Warty. Pleased to meet you." Luna smiled and said, "Warty, your pond is so beautiful. I love coming here each morning to admire my reflection in the still, clear water." Warty explained, "Yes, the pond is quite pretty, but sometimes it can get very lonely here all by myself. I wish I had more friends to keep me company." Luna paused for a moment, thinking how she could help Warty not feel so alone. Suddenly, her magical horn began to glow brightly. With a flick of her head, Luna used her powers to give Warty the ability to speak. "Ribbit! I can talk," exclaimed Warty. He was so excited to have a new voice. Luna smiled happily, knowing that now Warty could spread friendship and joy throughout the forest. From that day on, Luna and Warty became the very best of friends. Each morning they would meet at the pond and have fun talking about their hopes and dreams. Warty dreamed of exploring new ponds and making more frog friends. Luna hoped she could use her magic to bring more kindness and beauty into the forest. As the days went by, Luna had an idea. She invited Warty to come with her to meet all the creatures of the forest. Together they would spread joy throughout the land. As Luna and Warty traveled deeper into the forest, they met all types of new animal friends. There were busy squirrels gathering nuts for winter, curious rabbits who peeked out from thick bushes, brave deer with impressive antlers, and even a friendly badger who lived in a cozy den. Luna and Warty introduced themselves to each new friend. The animals were amazed when Warty greeted them in a cheerful voice. It was the first time they had ever heard a frog talk. Soon, Luna and Warty became beloved throughout the forest. The animals were so happy to have two new magical friends. Each day was filled with adventure and laughter. Luna and Warty worked together to think of ways to make the forest an even more beautiful place. On hot days when the pond water dried up, Luna would use her powers to refill it with fresh water so the frogs always had a cool home. And whenever the animals were scared by loud thunder and lightning, Warty would sing songs to help them be brave. One morning, Luna awoke feeling especially magical and creative. She decided it was time to spread her magic further into the forest. She traveled to a sunny meadow filled with colorful wildflowers. Closing her eyes, Luna focused her energy through her shimmering golden horn. Suddenly, dozens of delicate butterflies appeared fluttering their wings. Luna had used her gift to create even more beauty in the forest. When Warty hopped up and saw the meadow filled with butterflies, he broke into a huge smile. He was so proud of his magical friend Luna and her big heart. The two friends spent the whole day in the meadow laughing together as the butterflies danced and glided on the breeze. By sunset, Luna and Warty were feeling sleepy. They made their way back home dreaming of more adventures to come. As the days went on, whenever Luna felt creativity bubbling up inside her, she would travel to a new part of the forest and use her magic to bring joy and wonder. Soon the forest was more beautiful than ever. Colorful birds with feathers like rainbows gathered in the treetops singing cheerful songs. Tiny pixies and fairies used their dust to make pretty designs on the forest flowers. And magic crystals sprouted up on the ground, providing light throughout the woods even at night. Luna's magical gifts had truly transformed the forest into a fairy tale realm. Luna and Warty loved exploring the enchanted woods and meeting all the mystical creatures. One evening when the full moon was shining bright in the sky, the two friends were walking along when they heard a gentle whooshing sound. They turned and couldn't believe their eyes. A winged unicorn was flying through the sky surrounded by a magical glow. His coat shimmered silver and his wings twinkled with stardust. Luna gazed in awe, having never seen another magical unicorn before. The winged unicorn soared down and greeted Luna and Warty warmly. Luna cried, "You have wings. And you can fly. I wish I could soar high up into the heavens like you." The winged unicorn replied, "Do not wish for different wings, for yours are perfect just as they are. All of us have special gifts, and yours is your spirited magic." Luna nodded, realizing that her power was unique and she should feel pride. After chatting late into the night under the stars, the winged unicorn needed to fly home. Luna and Warty waved goodbye, feeling grateful for their new friendship. The next day when Luna visited the pond, she gazed thoughtfully at her reflection. She focused on the shimmering image of her long, ivory horn. Luna remembered what the winged unicorn had said about her gift being special. She closed her eyes and made a wish from her heart to use her magic to help others and bring goodness to the world. When she opened her eyes, her horn was glowing radiantly. From that moment on, Luna awakened each morning with a fresh passion to use her powers creatively. She wanted to see just how much magic she could spread. Each day she imagined new beautiful surprises to bring joy and wonder to the forest. Lively hedge mazes grew, covered in fragrant blossoms. Mushroom houses popped up overnight, ready for forest picnics. Even a waterfall appeared, with a perfect rainbow always arched over it. The animals were so happy, and Luna felt proud of the magic within her. One morning, Luna was prancing happily through the woods when she heard cries of distress. She rushed over to find a young deer stuck in a tangle of thorns. The fawn whimpered, scared and unable to break free. Luna's heart ached to see the creature in such distress. She knew she had to help. Taking a deep breath, Luna concentrated all her energy through her horn. A wave of magic whooshed out, and the spikes of thorns instantly transformed into clusters of beautiful roses. The deer fawn was able to scamper to safety. Luna smiled, overjoyed that her gift had been able to help a friend in need. News of Luna's good deed spread far and wide through the forest. More and more animals would seek out the magical unicorn whenever they needed help or healing. There was the mother bird whose nest was damaged in a storm. Luna used her powers to weave the twigs back together. Then there were the lost baby bunnies who couldn't find their way home. Luna created a trail of shining pebbles so they could find the way. No creature was too small or too large for Luna's magic to aid. Seeing the happiness she brought filled Luna's heart to overflowing. Luna and Warty sat amongst old, towering trees as the two friends reflected on all their magical adventures together. They had brought so much joy, laughter, and light into this little corner of the world. It was hard to imagine the forest had once been such a quiet, ordinary place. Luna knew in her heart that her purpose had always been to share her gift. As the wise old unicorns passed down from generation to generation, always use your magic to do good.